California, being the land of fruits and nuts, is also the place where most ridiculous laws and social trends start. As California goes, so goes the nation, is the saying. The latest, signed by Governor Gavin Newsom, creating the Ebony alert system for missing black women and children. I'm sure you're familiar with the Amber Alert system, which sends out an alert to people's cell phone in the area anytime there's a missing child. Well, ever since God sent the prophet George Floyd, peace be upon him, everything has changed. And as NBC News reports, California's newly enacted Ebony Alert law is the first of its kind in the nation to prioritize the search for black youth gone missing. Prioritize. This post even got a response from Elon Musk over there on X, formerly known as Twitter. What about Asian, Hispanic, or white kids, he asked. Well, sorry, Elon, you're apparently not familiar with black privilege, which I define as undue favoritism often granted to black people in America due to exploiting grievances about injustices in the distant past or laying guilt trips on white people in order to subvert equal rights and blind justice, often stemming from false perceptions of racism where none exists, or fabricating instances of racism in order to leverage power over white people.
On our new tonight, Governor Newsom signed a law that can help track down young people of color who have disappeared. Tonight, we're getting answers on how the new Ebony alerts will work and who can benefit from them.
Well, obviously not white people because, sorry parents, your children's lives don't matter. And if you do a Google search for White Lives Matter, the top search result comes from the ADL's website, which defines White Lives Matter as a white supremacist phrase. Second search result is from the Wikipedia entry, which also says that it's a white supremacist phrase. Third search result from the Southern Poverty Law Center, also denouncing caring about white lives. Talk about cultural appropriation. The trademark for White Lives Matter was filed by two black radio hosts who did it so that white people couldn't use the slogan on t-shirts. And for several years now, Major League Baseball has been concerned with what they say is the biggest problem in the sport: too many white people. And so now they hope that the push for more black players will soon be reflected on rosters. Also, there's too many white people playing hockey, so they started the Hockey Diversity Alliance, which I know sounds like something out of South Park, but it's real. Also, recently, NASCAR has been concerned that there are too many white people driving race cars and just working in the business in general. So they launched the NASCAR Diversity Internship Program, where if you're a white woman, you can apply. Anybody can apply as long as you're not a white male. Of course, the top priority in the U.S. military these days is not the defense of our great nation, or, well, what once used to be a great nation, at least. It's to make sure that there are plenty of non-white, non-heterosexual people in the military, especially in leadership positions. Here is the new diversity hire, the new chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. This is the leader of all of the military branches.
One of the goals here is actually how do we get more African Americans in position of leadership, in positions of aviation, and that's one of the challenges. And I'll tell you, that's, I was going to be an engineer.
Well, this is great. Now the diversity hires are not only going to be flying the commercial airlines because of the diversity push in the commercial airline industry, now they're going to be flying our military jets too. Oh, here's a good one you got to see. I thought this might be a parody when I first saw a screenshot of it floating around social media, but I did verify it. It is from an actual local television station in Salt Lake City. Will weapon detectors at Salt Lake high schools disproportionately affect students of color? Well, answering that question opens up a gigantic can of worms about black crime that you're not supposed to talk about. So, of course, there's an entire section in my new book about it, which is coming out in about a month. Imagine the mental gymnastics that you have to engage in to oppose weapons detectors at the entrances of school, because you know that 13% of the population is responsible for 50%, or I think actually it's up to 60% now of the violent crime in America. So since black people commit a stunningly high number of crimes per capita compared to white people and every other race, of course, students of color are going to have those same uncomfortable kinds of statistics that people don't want to deal with. And since diversity is our strength, as the Democrats say, with all the problems going on over in Israel, I was thinking maybe what they need is more black people. Surely they would be welcoming of the secret ingredient that a society needs in order to achieve success, right? Oh, wait, what's this? Israel gives African asylum seekers a choice: deportation or jail. But surely they're deporting them back to their home country, right? They wouldn't send them to a majority white country, since apparently they believe that multiculturalism causes too many problems, right? Oh, wait, what's this? Israel strikes UN deal to send thousands of African migrants to Western countries. And now Henry Kissinger, of all people, has come out as an apparent white nationalist. Henry Kissinger, if you don't know, is an infamous globalist who's like 120 years old, who's been involved in every globalist organization you can imagine. But now, as he's got one foot in the grave, he is apparently regretful of the fruit of his labor.
It was a grave mistake to let in so many people.
It was a grave mistake to let in so many people
Of totally different cultural and religious and concepts, because it creates a pressure group inside each country that does that.
Oh, you mean how we have tens of thousands of Hamas supporters living in the United States who demonstrated in cities and towns across the country this week, and who knows what the hell they're going to do today? Like this scene out of Dearborn, Michigan, not downtown, some city, New York or Chicago. Dearborn, Michigan, city of about 100,000 people in the Midwest. And by the way, join my exclusive Locals community by clicking the link in the description below for $5 a month. If you want to see all of the clips and commentary that I can't really post here on YouTube because it's just a little bit too sensitive. Locals is like a private blog where I can post videos, photos, text, anything for subscribers only. So click the link in the description below and check it out.